I'm just off to Australia to speak to a bunch of 200 Amazon entrepreneurs, and I'm going to talk to them about being everywhere online and why it's so important for them to build a personal brand. A lot of people who are attracted to Amazon entrepreneurship are quite mechanic-y types, I think is the best way to describe them. People who are very good at detail, because you have to be successful on Amazon. And so the problem with those kind of people is they're generally speaking not very keen to get in front of the camera. And so there'll be a good proportion of the 200 audience who won't want to do the Be Everywhere Online system and who won't want to get in front of the camera. So what would I give them as advice for if they think they've got a face for radio instead? I would say for them to start a podcast instead, because if you don't want to sit in front of the camera and talk to the camera as if it's one person, your best friend, like I can, then the best way to go is to have a podcast. Now, if you've got a product or a service that's quite boring, some people come up to me and tell me their product or service is quite boring, then how can you make a podcast out of that? Well, you can interview people who your ideal customer or client would be interested in hearing from. And it doesn't have to be all about you and your product and service at all. I know someone who is an accountant, who has accounting software and who works with people online on their accounts and bookkeeping. And they run a very successful podcast by interviewing the kind of people that their ideal client would be interested in. So if you don't have a face for TV, but you might have a face for radio, then that's the way to go. Start a podcast.